Uncovering the secrets and exposing the lies. That's what readers of freedomsphoenix.com get every day. Readers of freedomsphoenix.com are constantly provided the information that detail the real news between the lines of propaganda about government policies and the true relationship we all have with coercive governments. Learn the true condition of our economy, innovations and technological breakthroughs in energy, health, computer science, and space travel. Learn the truth well before it's admitted to in the lamestream media, the media that is so last century. Corporate media has evolved into nothing more than distributors of government propaganda, but we now have a fantastic alternative. FreedomsPhoenix.com provides constant news updates on the issues that affect our lives in the most important ways. Our liberty and our property are under constant attack, and FreedomsPhoenix.com provides the understanding behind the propaganda while encouraging the participation of our readers. Join us at FreedomsPhoenix.com. That's freedoms with an S, Phoenix.com. FreedomsPhoenix.com, where the revolution between the ears has already matured.
There are those that just want to be left alone, and those that just won't leave them alone. Which one are you? The Ernest Hancock Show.
Welcome back to Declare Your Independence. Really easy to do. Let me show you how to do it. You go, I declare my independence. See how simple that was? You don't even need a government form. Now, what we're talking about is the utilities here in Arizona, and it's just representative of a lot of things that I see is coming. You know, just like in the 30s we had under Roosevelt, you know, all kinds of central planning for America. You know, we become MKers, Americans. You know, we're going to American it and Arizona it. Well, they did it. We had the, you know, central plan for, you know, done back in the day. Now, here in Arizona, I just looked it up. It's called Title 41, Arizona Revised Statute, Title 41, 1509, Oil Overcharge Fund. An oil overcharge fund is established. Monies received by the state as a result of oil overcharge settlements shall be deposited pursuant to law, blah, blah, blah. In the fund, at least 15% of all monies received shall be allocated in accordance with, and the director may grant loans, and they'll do this and that and everything, and how we're going to make that bucket of money our bucket of money. It's delayed spending. It's just like your 401k, your IRA, your Social Security, Medicare, everybody, you put your money into this bucket and trust us, we're going to do good with it. I guarantee you they're doing it again with this template as a method of doing it. And here's going to come all kinds of job bills. Here's going to come all kinds of economic development. Here's going to come all kinds of any and everything. Now, we're going to find out how consistent the Goldwater Institute is on this. I need to know from Carrie what the Goldwater Institute position is on the Corporation Commission and what they're doing. Go ahead and let's talk about the article from Clint Bullock and what his concerns are and how you guys are addressing it. Go ahead.
Well, our concerns are with the Corporation Commission's power, and they have gone beyond their power when they have regulated water companies, enforcing them to follow really, really meticulous, specific standards for alternative fuel sources, renewable energies, of course, green technologies, on a schedule that doesn't make sense and that is really more of a legislative policy decision. So what we've done is we've filed a lawsuit against the Corporation Commission, and we've asked the Arizona courts to declare that the Commission does not have the power to regulate energy policy in the state of Arizona and put that question back in the hands of our legislators.
Why the question? What do I want in the hands of the legislators? I don't want anything in their hands. I mean, what are you looking to do?
Well, really, we are looking to get the Commission's hands out of renewable energy policy. If anyone is going to regulate renewable energy policy, it has to be our elected officials. And under Arizona's Constitution, the legislators may or may not have the power to do that depending on what types of regulations they pass. And certainly if the legislature were to do that, that could be something that the Goldwater Institute could look into and make sure, just as we've done here with the Corporation Commission, that the legislature really has the power to do what it's doing. In this case, we know the Corporation Commission absolutely does not, and that's why we filed a lawsuit.
Okay, and the lawsuit is Corporation Commission, you shouldn't be allowed to do this, and somebody else should, or nobody, or something.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, what I've done is for today's show, because, I knew we were doing this, I wanted to talk about this, and I just want to make sure the whole mission of us is, uncovering the secrets, exposing the lies. I just refuse to be uninformed. And what is the real basis here? Now, this is what I'm concerned with. As we look at this story about the control from government on the use of monies that they're mandating that the Arizona public service take from me, the utility take from me, whether they want to or not, whether it makes them competitive or not, whether they'd rather do something else or not, or they just assume not have to have the strings. Because by taking this money, forcing them to charge me for renewable green technology, which is what they want on everybody's bill. That's why they want to do it, because it listed there. Aren't we great and wonderful? We made them do it. Well, then they go, well, we could do better if you would take the strings away and we would, say, hey, get solar on your own dang house and sell it to us or do whatever. And they go, no, we got to do it the way we want it done. And then, of course, our buddy over here, Special Interest, is probably, sitting over there waiting for his chunk of the money. So I know how this plays out. But in the past, when the economy had gone bad, we're in depression in the 30s. Man, we're wrapping our arms and legs around a central plan of something from the government, and here come SRP and APS, Corporation Commission, all this stuff anyway. And I'm looking at, now we have a jobs bill that's going through the legislature, and they're going to be dropping this thing anytime. You have Russell Pierce that's president of the Senate, and they are going to be screaming for some kind of control, economic development. It's going to be going across the country. It's going to come with all kinds of strings, bonding authorities, these special districts, everything that you're just talking about. Here it comes. This central plan for government, our economy by government, is exactly what we were screaming about against the TARP and so on that John Shadegg was part of bringing back. Then he becomes a senior fellow at the Goldwater Institute, and I'm going, okay, I need to understand what's going on, because his entire staff goes over to be David Schweikert, which is the guy that was elected to the Congress, and he takes over all of the major players that were in the Shadegg administration there, his office and so on. So I'm going, okay, so we might as well be Shadegg, up there anyway. They bring back the TARP. For the nationally socialization of the economy. We have this economic development plan, jobs program, whatever the heck they're going to call it, which is going to be a big, giant central plan of the economy here by business leaders. Then he becomes a senior fellow at the Goldwater Institute. And I have to ask, while you're bringing up this issue on the power, are you using the same rhetoric or the same philosophy to oppose a central plan for our economy with this program that they're going to be introducing? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I do to a limited extent. My expertise is really in the legal area and the Constitution of the state of Arizona. And certainly we have experts here on economic policy, and I'd be happy to recommend one of them for commentary on those types of proposals. I get
ulcers in anticipation of the show. So you can understand my point. When I read this, and I know a little bit of history, because of the oil overcharge fund, it was a political thing. It was an excuse for tens of millions of dollars that they were just over time to siphon into nothing. It was just another mechanism by which they made, this money, their money. And I see it happening again and again and again. And when they come in under the jobs creation program, last year it's immigration, and they'll probably do a little bit of that again, and then there'll be jobs creation, and then they'll have immigration jobs / whatever something, save us from the aliens or whatever. They come up with this. It's going to be more central freaking planning from the government. And I need to know where the Goldwater Institute is going to be on that. Do it nicer, do it smarter, do it better, or stop freaking doing it.
Well, again, that's definitely a great question, and certainly a fair question. Of course, we tend to focus here on policies in the state of Arizona, but obviously do comment on federal policies that will affect Arizonans specifically. And I'm sorry to report that I really can't speak on the economics, but if and when a proposal comes out, Certainly it could involve some legal implications. Again, if it involves anything specific to the
coming.
Arizona state constitution, we would definitely look into it on the
legal
team.
Get ready to look, because here it comes. This is, they're going to be making a job growth a priority for the state. All right, this is obviously, because Arizona per capita, we're the worst in the nation. We beat the crap per person debt for the state out of California. I mean, we're in bad shape, and that comes with strings. I talked to Russell Pierce in December, and I tell you, the deal's already done. It's already done. And when I saw that you have Shattuck going over being senior fellow, and we have I'm going, it's already done. And I need to know who the good guys are and who the bad guys are and what we can do to help ourselves understand what's happening. And it's not just here in Arizona. It's around the planet. And it's all at once. Who's the good guys? I'm covering the secrets, exposing the lies. We'll find out for you. We'll be right back with Carrie Ann from the Goldwater Institute in just a little bit. This is Ernest Hancock. I'm publisher of freedomsphoenix.com and the radio talk show host of Declare Your Independence. Now, I want to give you my personal endorsement of a wealthy U.S. citizen that is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He's produced a video for you. It's a real eye-opener, and I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to watch it. www.endofamerica, the numbers 1 and 7.com. endofamerica17.com. This video has the history of how we got where we are now and where we're going and why. Now, it's a lengthy video. It'll be about 20 minutes, but you need to watch this so you understand what's going to happen to this country and how you can protect your wealth and even benefit financially. Now, you go there. It's free. I want you to watch this video. You need to have this information so that you can survive the economic collapse that's coming to America. It's not if, it's when. That's End of America, the numbers 1 and 7.com. After you watch it, you'll understand why I endorse it.